process of how you found out you were going to be calling plays for the game, and so what it's been like to have that responsibility this bowl season?
Coach Franklin made the decision to go in another direction, and at that point he approached me and let me know I was going to be calling the plays. It's been a good experience for me. I've enjoyed it a lot. Just organizing the practices, organizing the things, but in general, it's a group effort all the time, and so I think the other guys on the staff have really even probably picked their game up a little bit more to help and support me with that, and so it's been a great experience for me.
Will you be upstairs or downstairs?
I'll be up top.
Are you able to add any personal touches to what you guys are doing, or are you so far into the season it's very difficult to make any sort of significant changes?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little difficult to make significant changes or anything like that, but I think every play caller, every coach has their own personal touch, that they're going to put on the game and the game plan. So yeah, there'll be a few things that minor tweaks here and there. Looking forward to going out there and just the guys have really practiced really well, for us as a staff, and I've been excited about that.
What's been the player reaction to you calling plays now?
Players are players. They're going to go out there and they're going to execute the plays that are called. I think those guys, it's not as big a deal to them as maybe it is to us as coaches sometimes.
Ricky, what's been the most challenging part about it, about taking over the play calling duties Saturday?
Just probably the time. I've probably had too much time, and been able to see a lot of different things, and my head can go a number of different directions at times. So I probably would have preferred to play about a week and a half ago, just like you guys probably wish it was too, so you could get to your families. But that's probably the biggest challenge.
How well do you feel like you know Georgia's offense at this point? You've had a long look at these guys.
Yeah, George,
defense.
Yeah, I've had a long look at them. Obviously, they got a new guy calling their plays too, so it'll be an interesting thing, us feeling each other out a little bit. But I've seen quite a lot of tape.
So you got some plays from John. Who do you give the plays to get him in there? How's that going to work?
Well, same way. We'll give them to the quarterback. And the quarterback and the other signalers, they'll signal the play in, and Hack will call.
What's it been like getting to work with Joe Moorhead and get to know him a little bit?
Well, he's a great guy. First thing you notice about him is his family. When his kids are around, he's got great kids and a wonderful wife, and to me that usually means the most. That I would hope people would judge me on that, since my wife and kids are easily the best part of me. So. But that's the number one thing I noticed. We haven't talked a whole lot of football. You can tell he's a very intelligent person who's very energetic and very positive. But obviously it's been more of a personal level at this point.
Ricky, how have your dealings with Christian changed at all, if at all, as offensive coordinator versus being quarterback's coach?
Not at all. Hack is. There's a couple plays here and there that. I liked and Hack didn't feel real comfortable with, and those are out, because obviously he's going to be the guy on the field. Doesn't matter if I like him or not, So, but not that's happened on normal weeks as well. So I wouldn't say that has changed our relationship at all.
How would you describe these past 2 years working with him?
It's been a pleasure. I love Hack, and I know he knows that, and I think we've got a great relationship. I think that. He's a kid who every one of his little steps and missteps are watched and analyzed and reanalyzed, and like this experience right here, which is about as uncomfortable for me as possibly can be, he gets this once or twice a week. So I would say that I love Hack. Him and I have a great relationship. It's been a pleasure.
When you talk about Christian, in a hypothetical world, if he goes pro after the bowl game, do you feel like the quarterback for 2016 is on this roster or coming to town, or are you looking at the transfer market at all at this point?
That is an awesome way to phrase that question, by the way. I would say that I know our entire staff, including Coach Moorhead, is really excited about all the quarterbacks on our roster, and I think that those guys can take us into the future. So it's kind of, obviously Christian is still analyzing, his decisions, and it's a big decision between him and his family, and I think he's done a great job of keeping the focus on our team and things like that, and quite frankly, you guys have done a pretty good job of not asking him every 4 seconds. So So we'll see, but I do think that the quarterbacks on our roster are very talented. They're gonna have great careers.
Do you think this will be the best pass defense you and Christian in this offense have faced all year?
You know, I was looking through the stats the other day. We've played some pretty good defenses this year, you know, and I think that Georgia has a great defense. They've got some great secondary players. They got some guys who can get after the passer. But to say one's better than the other, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a very good one. It's going to be an incredible challenge for our team and for me personally. But, you know, I know we're all excited about it.
What has Joe's process been in evaluating quarterbacks? I know he watched a bunch of film with Hack.
Yeah. You know, his process is he's just trying to get to know our team, you know, and not only on a football level but a personal level too. So, you know, that's part of it, and I know that's an important part for him is to make sure that he gets to know those guys at a personal level. But you know, hasn't gone probably real in depth, but he's got you know, copious notes and that sort of thing. So I know he'll be ready to go.
What are your goals in coaching, and how much do you view this as how important of an opportunity is it to get this shot to kind of show what you can do as a coordinator?
Yeah, obviously I want to be an offensive coordinator one day. You know, I don't know about the whole head coaching thing. It seems like Coach Franklin has to deal with a lot more of this than the things that go on between the stripes. But the offense coordinator, yeah, I'd like to do that someday. So this is an important opportunity for me. You know, I know my wife knows that and understands that, and she's giving me a lot of leeway and time to make sure that I'm in there all the time and watching a lot of film. And so, yeah, this is a great opportunity for me, but it's also a great opportunity for our team to go out there and have one last chance to play each other. It looks like it's going to be beautiful weather. Excited about that.
James said you've done this at the blue-white game. How much experience have you had in whatever realm calling plays?
Yeah, I've done this for the blue-white game. I've probably everywhere I've been. In college, I called some of my own plays, you know, and so I've had experience doing this before. And guess what? When you're a coach, no matter who's calling the plays, you're thinking about what you would call next and things like that. And so, you know, we all game plan together. We all work together the whole time. So it's a collaborative effort.
Do you feel like you've gotten to put some personal touches on the offense over the last couple weeks?
Yeah, you know, here and there maybe, you know, but you know, I feel like I was involved before. So it's always been a all for one for all, you know, mentality, and so I feel like that's happened. But I do feel like it's. I've been able to put a couple personal touches here and there, yeah.
Who's been working with the tight ends during this time? Because obviously John did that. Have you been chipping in there as well? Or?
Tommy Galt has been going a lot of the time, and he's a great young coach. And our other GA, Joe Brady's been helping with that as well. And I obviously put my 2 cents in there when I need to. Coach Hand when it comes to a lot of the blocking schemes and things like that. So again, it's been a group effort.
How would you like this offense to be different Saturday than that excuse me, over the course of the season?
You know, I just want us to go out there, play fast, play aggressive, and play with the swagger, knowing that we're prepared to go out there. I want us to, you know, everything's not going to be perfect, never is, but I want us to go out there and make sure that we play with a lot of confidence and knows we're going to bounce back, and whatever Georgia throws at us, we're going to go out there and respond based on our rules and our teaching.
Has the offense done that? Has it played with swagger and played aggressive like that this year?
I think there have been times that we have, just like everybody. I don't think everybody, you know, nobody does that all the time, and that's the role of us as coaches to make sure that we can get that out of our players, and that's I know what we're trying to do this week.
You mentioned the teamwork process as far as game planning. How much autonomy has James given you maybe in these last couple weeks in this interim role?
You know, he's given me suggestions here and there and things like that. Obviously, he's been busy, you know, doing a lot of different things. But he has given me suggestions, and I've taken those and worked them into how us as a staff have seen the offense going, and then kind of going from there.
Throughout your own career, who have you looked to kind of help you adjust to this learning curve that you're in right now?
You know, there's a bunch of different guys. I called Ron Prince, who I worked with. I called Dave Brock, who I worked with. I've asked Coach Franklin for help. I've asked Coach Moorhead what he thought. You know, I've asked, there's a bunch of different guys, and so I've had an incredible list of guys who have helped me in my career and who have taught me a lot of football, and so I'm going to lean on those guys as much as possible.
Have you talked to John at all lately? Not so much for this, but just personally?
Yeah, on a personal level I have, yeah. I mean, John's one of my, you know, closest friends, and so I'm always gonna stay in touch with him.
Thanks, Ricky.